Treaty of Paris ay isang kasunduang pangkapayapaan na nilagdaan noong Disyembre 10, 1898 na nagtapos sa digmaang Espanyol-Amerikano. Ang kasunduan ay nilagdaan sa Paris, France ng mga kinatawan ng Estados Unidos at Espanya.
Buong tapang tayo, lumaban para sa ating kasaninlan. Ngunit ngayon, pinagbili tayo sa mga Amerikano.
Hindi ko maintindihan. Akala natin kakampi natin ang mga Amerikano. Bakit nila tayo pinagtataksilan?
Ang Amerikano ay hindi natin kakampi. Sila ay mga imperialista. Gusto nilang kontrolin at nakawin ang mga yaman ng Pilipinas.
Anong mangyayari sa ating ngayon?
Patuloy nating ipaglaban ng kasarinlan. Huwag nating hayaan makuha ito ng Amerikano.
The Americans rejoiced as they won against the Spaniards.
But the war is not over yet. We still need to negotiate a peace treaty with the Spaniards.
The most important thing is that the Philippines is now under the American control. We can help them build a democratic government and a thriving economy.
I agree, Mr. President. The Philippines has the potential to be a great country.
A group of Filipino revolutionaries are discussing the Treaty of Paris. They are angry and disappointed that the Americans have betrayed them. Tensions arose after the United States annexed the Philippines under the Treaty of Paris at the conclusion of the Spanish-American War, rather than acknowledging the Philippines' Declaration of Independence. On the other hand, the American soldiers are celebrating their victory in the Spain-American War. They are excited about the prospect of controlling the Philippines. A group of Spanish officials are discussing the terms of the Treaty of Paris. They are sad and defeated, but they believe that they must accept the terms of the treaty in order to end the war.
The Filipino families are discussing the impact of the Treaty of Paris on their lives. They are worried about the future and what it holds for them under American rule. The Treaty of Paris in 1898 officially ended the period of Spanish colonization in the Philippines and granted the possession of Cuba, Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines to the United States. It also required that the United States pay $20 billion USD in recompense to the Spanish government. It signaled the end of global Spanish colonization and the rise of American imperialism in the Pacific theater. Apart from some small holdings, it had a major cultural impact in Spain, known as the Generation of 98. It marked the beginning of the United States as a world power. In the US, many supporters of the war opposed the treaty, which became one of the major issues in the election of 1900s when it was opposed by Democrat William Jennings Bryan, who opposed imperialism. Republican President William McKinley supported the treaty and was easily reelected.
Salut! Baba na! Sundan niyo ako. Gusto ko, buo kayong makakauwi sa Pilipinas. Makikita ang iyong pamilya at yayakapin sila pag-uwi. Ha? Naintindihan nyo? Sasabak tayo sa digmaan. At ipakita nyo na mga sundalo kayo, hindi mga unggoy na nakatira sa gubat. Ipakita nyo ang dughong bughaw. Ipakita nyo kung gaano kabagsik ang mga Pinoy.
An American general is discussing his plans for the Philippines. He believes that the Americans can help the Filipinos build a democratic government and a thriving economy. The Spanish Queen is discussing the loss of the Philippines. She is sad and disappointed. The once proud Spanish Empire was virtually dissolved as the United States took over much of Spain's overseas holdings. Puerto Rico and Guam were ceded to the United States. The Philippines were bought for $20 million, and Cuba became a U.S. protectorate. Philippine insurgents who fought against Spanish rule during the war immediately turned their guns against the new occupiers, and 10 times more U.S. troops died suppressing the Philippines than in defeating Spain. The 3-month war and the Paris Peace Accords made Cuba independent, whereas the United States, intentionally or not, gained territories in the Philippines, Puerto Rico, and Guam. Thus, the US emerged as a new superpower with overseas territories stretching from the Caribbean to the Pacific. But the Spanish Queen believes that Spain must move on from its colonial past. The Treaty of Paris was a turning point in Philippine history. It marked the end of Spanish rule and the beginning of American colonialism. The treaty had a profound impact on the lives of Filipinos, Americans, and Spaniards. The Treaty of Paris had significant political, economic, and cultural impacts on both Spain and United States. For Spain, It marked the end of its colonial empire and its involvement in foreign affairs. It also sparked a wave of nationalism and reform movements among its people, known as Generation of 98 or La Generación del 98 in Spanish. For the United States, it marked its emergence as a global power with overseas territories and interests. It also raised question about its role as an imperialist nation and its responsibility for the welfare of its new subjects. The treaty was opposed by many war supporters in both countries, especially those who advocate for democracy or anti-imperialism.
Representando el sonido callejero negro. Respect and love, more love. Pure nigga, respect, bliss. Ya no hay camino que recorra tu pasado, tan solo cicatrices de batallas por ganar. El tiempo dice quién se quedará a tu lado y quién dará la vuelta para nunca regresar. Toda persona tiene su forma de amar, pero pocas con amor y solo queda soñar. Lo que daría por llenar este lugar con el tacto de una flor y la música del mar. Cuánto nada cuesta tanto como tener el cielo entre mis manos y no ver a quién se va. Canto y así curo mi llanto, doy gracias a la vida por la familia y que solo de verdad. Tic tac suena el reloj y recuerdo que no debo perder el poco tiempo de ti. Ay, Kion, dispáralo, el resto lo pongo yo. Puro sonido de alegría en el blog. Ey, tic tac suena el reloj y recuerdo que no debo perder el poco tiempo de ti. Ay, Kion, dispáralo, el resto lo pongo yo. Puro sonido de alegría en el blog. Ey, Seishan, a Caliwita for connection them.
Hindi ko maintindihan, akala natin kakampi natin ng mga Amerikano, bakit nila tayo pinagtataksilan?